All right, so now that we've got our screens all taped up, we're ready to start putting our screens on the press, okay? And it starts with aligning everything to our artwork. So we're going to take one of your films. You probably want to choose the film that had the largest piece of artwork, or at least the one that shows most of the lines, and we're going to line all your other screens to this one piece of artwork. Okay, so first we're going to tape this down. We're actually going to put this in reverse on the board here. If you notice, the board has a very distinct shape. This is made for the neck of a shirt, so the shirt will actually go over this. So we're actually going to print it so that the shirt is upside down, so the design is going to start upside down as well. Okay. You usually want to place your design, okay, if it's going to go on the chest of your t-shirt, it's about 4 fingers down from the neckline, okay? If you look at most t-shirts here, the design starts right about there, about 4 fingers down from where the crew neck stops. So I'm going to estimate it's about there. Okay, there's my 4 fingers, and so my design's going to be just about down there, all right? We also want to try to get it as straight to the board as possible. Again, we're probably going to use this to do all of your t-shirt aligning, so it makes sense that we should line the artwork up as well. Okay, let's just grab some tape. All right, so we're just going to tape this down very gently here, and we're going to get our very first screen, okay, up and ready. It's going to go in the press. All right, the flat shot side should be down on the board here. All right, and we're just going to get it tightened in here, or I should say we should loosely hold it in here. We're going to have to do some adjusting. So we're just going to get that somewhat snug, and I'm going to drop this down. Okay, a couple things here you want to adjust. There are 2 set screws here. You want to make sure that those are tight around the neck of the print head here. All right, you shouldn't allow for really any movement, but it should allow it to come up and down freely. Okay, we don't want it so tight that it can't move. We also want to check the offset foot here. Okay, we want to have that up so that when the screen is all the way down, the fabric can actually touch the table. Okay. And then finally, we're going to coarsely adjust the table screws. Okay, on the underside of this, we're going to loosen up. There's 2 thumb screws there, and we're going to keep those loose. And we want to, as close as we can, get the board in line with our artwork. And if you come take a look over here, you can see that I'm adjusting that. Okay, as close as I can get. It's not going to line up perfectly now, but top to bottom, we want to try to get it close. Okay. And then we will tighten that down. Screws on the bottom. All right, and now we're actually ready to adjust our screen. So I'm going to loosen these back up. And now we're going to move our screen around until we get it perfectly lined up. All right. Now we may need to adjust the board out a little bit more. Okay, when you first set your screen, it may be a good idea to have it off the back about a ½ inch or so. All right, and now we're going to, again, really adjust this thing until it gets in there. It's very important that all of the points line up. You can see right now that this area is lined up okay, but I've still got some gaps over here. So you're going to have to do some tapping and knocking and things like that to really get it to be in the spot it needs to be. All right, and you also want to make sure that when the screen is actually pushed down, that's when everything lines up. So this looks really good right now. All right, and now I'm going to really tighten these down so that nothing moves. Okay, so we've got one color all set. We're going to set up for our next color now. This is going to stay locked down. Nothing can move here now. Okay, we cannot move this table any longer. The only thing we can do is adjust the second screen to the first piece of artwork. Okay, if you have more than one color, you're going to adjust all colors back to this single piece of artwork. Again, the table cannot move anymore. We can only adjust the screens themselves. Okay, so we'll do color 2 almost the same way. You can see I have a little bit less artwork, but you've got to use your eyes to see where everything fills in. Make sure to keep in mind your color trapping. If you have some intentional overlapping, you want to make sure that that is happening when you line it all up. Okay?